morning. TRIMET Board President Warner, General Manager. My name is Jonathan Oster. I'm the Director of OPAL Environmental Justice Oregon. We primarily organize transit riders, bus riders, to wield more collective voice in transportation decision making. I want to make clear, OPAL stands in solidarity with both the drivers and with the disabled community in terms of access to transportation. We haven't taken an official position on either the motion before you, the resolution before you now, or on the analysis that you heard from Mr. Hunt from ATU. We haven't had a chance to look at the numbers yet. I want to just make that clear for the record. However, we do stand in solidarity with them. I think the common thread here, the common theme that you heard and you're going to hear from continued testimony is about transparency, it's about information disclosure, and it's about meaningful participation. And that's really the overarching issues when it comes to the budget. We can talk about the numbers, we can have a disagreement about the values, but what we can't do is we can't short shrift the information disclosure and the opportunities to participate from the people who depend on transportation the most. And if the riders are not getting the information clearly and fully, they can't meaningfully participate. They're precluded from doing so. And you heard some dispute about an analysis that was done several years ago. There's perhaps some dispute about the numbers. I think the justification for both the lift fare increase that's before you today and for the overarching budget proposal that staff has brought to you and that you're going to be considering over the next few months is suspect because of the very information that is being disseminated by the agency. It's narrow, it's outdated, and it's restricted, and it precludes riders from engaging meaningfully in a full discussion of the issues, so that we can't provide you with the feedback that's critical for you to make decisions reasonably. Case in point, one of the three components of what's being proposed as a reason for the current budget shortfall is declining payroll tax revenue. The projections that's based off were done in October. Things have changed pretty significantly since then in terms of the growth rate that's being used. These projections that show a $3.2 million shortfall are based upon a 3.5% growth rate, which is more conservative than the last 2 years. And the last 2 years, where I should say fiscal year 11 and fiscal year 12, which we're halfway through, have shown a trend of a surplus of payroll tax revenue, meaning we've been more conservative, we've underestimated our payroll tax revenue, and we've ended up at the end of the year with a greater than projected revenue from payroll taxes. Now, if that's the case, then that raises questions about the entire shortfall and the entire proposal in the first place. And what this does is it precludes us as riders from engaging meaningfully because all we have is the little bit of information that you've offered. And I'll just finish up by making this one point. Everybody that's in the room today, these are all your best allies, right? Riders, drivers, the disabled community, low-income folks, people who depend on transit day in and day out, the young, the old. We should have the information so that we can actually work together and collaborate, as opposed to engaging in an adversarial process where we're banging heads. But it starts here. It starts with the accountability and the transparency of the information and the opportunity to engage. So I really urge you, going forward over the next 2 months, to really focus on that. Thanks. Thank you very much.